she think she's an actress.
If only we had some sprinkles. Oh my god, it's my favorite song ever by the 1975.
You know the 1975?
You know the 1975?
I only know the 1975.
You want to do what with banana?
Good night.
While I'm looking through your phone and I'm leaving with somebody else. I want more. It's not even a person. It's a cake.
Wow. So you want to tell what a cake is?
Oh. It sounds like their liberal arts program is not that.
Can students be lifeguards?
Yes, but you have to go through. Even though it's not students are doing I'm gonna have an
Oh, it's an old lady.
These, well, they like to be considered humans because they do.
Yeah?
Wow.
I don't really like cars. I like nature, so I really like cars. But the first theater in the 1800s to produce sound. So this is why it looks more of a
Archways.
And Barton Center is.
Okay, kid, how do you feel about your first college tour?
I have a bunch of pros.
Which way did you come from?
My one con is that this is the only one I've seen so far, so I shouldn't be deciding based on the only one I've seen so far.
And of course you had a good time because it was the first one.
Yeah, I had a great time. I love the campus. I think that it doesn't look dead and lifeless, and there aren't too many flashy colors that will fill your eyes and your soul. Really good on that one. What else do I like? I like how the buildings are all together. You don't have to and they're all easily accessible by walking. Some campuses are just everything's just so spread out, and it's so,
pace. All the buildings are one classroom's over there, one classroom's over there.
Yeah, and it's
one is 2 blocks down the street.
I'm not doing that. That's a lot of work.
It's actually kind of fun because you get to go outside in between classes, but it's hard when you have a class in 5 minutes and you have to run 3 blocks away.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that we didn't get to see the residential halls. I do like the fact that apparently there are private bathrooms in the quadruple halls, which I don't know how I feel about.
I think that's if you share a room with. It's it's kind of like my Oh, I never lived in Beekman, but do you remember what I lived in, my room in John Street? The one where Andre dropped me off?
No.
You don't remember the building that I lived in with Soph and Bree, the triple?
I've never been there.
Yes, you did. You were literally there when they dropped me off. Maybe you didn't come inside.
Wait. When you were going to college?
Yes.
Wait, no, I remember that, yeah.
Not the freshman year building, the one from after.
Your sophomore year building.
Yes.
I remember your sophomore year building.
It's gonna be like that, but there's gonna be a wall separating 2 rooms.
Ah. Okay. I don't hate it. I think it was great. It's nice. I like it. I like the fact that it's here around all this chaos. I love the chaos.
And Trader Joe's is right across.
And Trader Joe's is right across the street. If I'm hungry, Trader Joe's is right across the street.
And I literally go there grocery. That's not the Brooklyn Bridge.
What is that? What is
not
that?
the fucking Brooklyn Bridge.
It's a bridge.
Not the Brooklyn Bridge. How are they thinking that is the Brooklyn Bridge? I gotta tell Ashton. Come on. You are chatting.
Because I'm excited.
Yes, I agree.
I feel like I'd be really comfortable being here. It's it's not that far away from you guys, and it's far enough away from mom that I don't feel like I'd be alone.
Which is a calm. 8 out of 10. It would be better if I had it when it was softer 4 hours ago. But that's okay. What about yours?
The sandwich is not bomb.
It's not bomb? I mean, I don't know why you decided to get a tuna sandwich.
Tuna is delicious.
Okay, so what is your sandwich?
Not delicious, it's very dry.
Okay, so what are you rating it?
Oh.
Besides the fact that it's dry. Although I don't really understand how a tuna sandwich could be dry.
Anyways. I like the way it's seasoned, if it's seasoned at all. It could use a little more salt and pepper though, but
Sure.
it's okay. It's pretty good. The bread's soggy.
Give me a number. You chatting.
I have to be thorough. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Cool. Get a little commotion for this sandwich, please. Like, hello. Hello, vlog. There is an angle I've never filmed from before, but welcome. It is, oh my god, I smell so terrible. It is so fucking hot in New York right now. It's like that kind of hot weather that makes you feel like your fucking blood is dripping out of your skin, not sweat. Like, I feel like my blood is boiling, and that is what is like pooling out of me. Like, you just like, you want to peel off your skin. I say all the time that I would much rather freeze to death than burn to death, because I hate the summer. I do not like heat. I do not like not being able to control my body temperature. At least with being cold, you can add more layers to warm yourself up, but when you're hot, there's nothing you can do. You literally cannot take off your skin, because once you take off all these layers, like, I'm down to the last fucking set. Like, I'm dripping. That being said, it is 12:15-ish. I just got home. All I've done so far is pee and take off my clothes because it is so hot that I need to release the heat out of my body. Right now, my mind is a mess because my house is a mess. My sister was just staying with us for about 10 days, a week or so. She came to visit some colleges, and we got around to visiting one, but then she kind of just stayed here for the next few days, and now I need to clean up my house from her being here. I'm currently sitting on the bed of blankets that she was sleeping on. My couch needs to be cleaned, the floors need to be vacuumed, the microwave needs to be cleaned, the bathroom needs to be cleaned, the floors need to be mopped, and I am hungry and dinner needs to be prepped, and then I would love to just sit here and read, but I cannot read until my house is clean, and all of my plants are dying because I haven't been able to water them or take care of them, because for some reason I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to growing food inside. And I am not in trial and error, a multiple times kind of person. I am I do it perfectly the first time kind of person, and if I don't do it perfectly the first time, I learn from that mistake and do it perfectly the second time. And if I can't get it right the second time, well, I've never really gotten to that stage, because usually I get things right because I just obsess over not being wrong. But planting or gardening, I guess, doesn't really work that way. And I guess what this is supposed to be teaching me is patience, and I am a very patient person. I've got quite some patience, but I have selective patience. There are things which I guess means that I'm not that patient, but there are things that I choose what and what not to be patient for, and for some reason that plants are not really one of those things. Which is why I have so many plants that can survive on their own. But yeah, I'm not really sure where this tangent is going. Before I get up and start cleaning, I want to just update you on what I'm reading right now. phone in the bathroom, but that's okay. The two major things that I'm like focused on right now, one that I'm like really enjoying is Looking for Alaska by John Green, which I'm listening to on the Libby app. And so far I don't really know how far I am actually, because actually I can probably tell by flipping through the pages. I believe that I'm on page 74, which is about a third of the way through the book, which it's going pretty good. So far I keep flashing back and forth between loving and hating the characters, and I think if an author can make me love or hate your characters, you're already doing a good job, because your characters are like real people to me, and if I can you know, do that or feel that way about them, then you've completed the task so far of like creating a story in my mind. Miles, at first I thought I liked him, but it turns out that I'm starting to be annoyed by him because he's so weird and he cares so much about what other people think, and I guess that's like so opposite of who I am. Or maybe I hate him because it's a part of who I am and I think that it's not who I am. This Alaska girl, I like her, but I don't like the way that she was written, and I guess it makes sense because she was written by a man, but she's just so like over-sexualized or hypersexual, and maybe that like there are many girls that are that way, but I don't think that the girl, like the kind of like outcast punk super cool girl stereotype that they're like portraying her to be, like I don't think that she has to be hypersexual as well. But whatever, that's another topic. We'll see how this goes as the book goes on. And then Colonel, the friend Colonel, he is just, I don't know, this is just like a group of like white kids who believe that they believe that they're dealing with classism, and it's just interesting. It's fun to read. It definitely reminds me of something I would have read in middle school, so I guess that makes very much a lot of sense because I'm sure it came out. I'm not sure, but I think it came out. Wait a minute. Was this not his first book? Oh, and these numbers that we're like leading up to, or the number that we keep leading up to, like 175, 178 days before, I don't know why I feel like it's going to be, like something's gonna happen to Alaska. Like she's gonna go missing or something. Or maybe she'll run away. It looks like this book was published in 2005. Oh wow. And reading the publication page just told me that someone's going to die. So I'm assuming Alaska is going to die. Okay, so it seems like these kids are just like trying to find themselves. It's a coming of age story. And they just, you know, act out their lives thinking that they are who they are, and they don't really. I don't know, there's something Alaska says when they're smoking cigarettes. Like they ask her why she smokes her cigarettes so fast. And she goes, you guys smoke them to enjoy them, whereas I smoke them to die. And I really loved that quote because I love how honest her character is, but also I love how honest and raw some of the scenes in here remind me of like teenage mental issues, like having depression as a teenager, and having these characters be so honest about their feelings, or somewhat honest, because of course there's some underlying truths that we're not hearing, is very refreshing. And I'm just enjoying this as a story and as a whole. I have a couple hours of it left on Audible, but I would love to, I know for a fact I plan on rereading this again, and I already knew that John Green was a favorite author of mine from The Fault in Our Stars, but he's definitely confirmed a favorite author of mine after this. Hopefully it still is after I finish it, but so far still so good, and I'm definitely excited to read the Anthropocene reviewed. And apparently he has more books, such as An Abundance of Catherines, Paper Towns, Let It Snow, and Will Grayson. which I did not even know were a thing. I think I've heard of paper towns. I've seen the movie, but I didn't know that there were that many more books. And then the other major book that I'm reading is Geoff and Ben's Death in Varanasi. I have absolutely no idea what's happening in this book other than the fact that it's 2004, or the book was published in 2004, and there's this journalist guy, and he is just an egotistical asshole, and he has to go write a story or something in Venice, but thinks everyone hates him. Alright, that was my sister. But yeah, those are the books that I'm reading, and I really would like to finish those too. Did I say it was June 2nd? It's July 2nd. Yeah, I'm gonna get to cleaning my house and cleaning my body, because I smell and my house smells, and I just don't want to see this anymore. And because, like, you know, clean space, clean mind. But I'm not gonna be one of those people that gives you a cleaning montage, because not that I'm embarrassed, because I don't really care what y'all think, but I'm embarrassed for future me to see it.
Cold. And I sat with the colonel and shook the...
About 1:25, which means it took me an hour and 15 minutes to do all of that cleaning, and I'm so happy that it's finally done, because my house smells and feels so clean. And now I'm hungry, and I have a steak, a tuna steak, and salmon that I bought when my sister was here, because we were gonna make sushi, but we never did. And I believe I'm gonna cook up one of those, probably the tuna, and that'll be my lunch, and then I will get to commence reading. I'm still going through looking for Alaska. I've got about 3 more hours left, and there's so much happening so far. We're at the pre-prank stage, if anybody knows what that means. And I feel like something's about to happen. Something bad is about to happen to Alaska, but we will see. I just really like the way that my face, my lips, eye look from this angle, with my books as a beautiful backdrop. With my lips, like, okay. I'm done admiring myself. Well, who am I kidding? I'm never done admiring myself, but for this moment, I'm done admiring myself because I'm hungry.
He said, "Colonel Catastrophe, you're our beatbox." "Dude, I can't rap," I pled. "That's okay, the colonel can't drop beats either. Just try and rhyme a little and then send it over to me." With his hand cupped over his mouth, the colonel started to make absurd noises that sounded more like farting than bass beats. And I,
some veggies
rapped.
From the garden, and I got
we're sitting in the barn and the sun's going
rainbow
down.
carrots.
When I was a kid at Burger King, I wore a crown. Dude, I can't rhyme for shit, so I'll let my boy Takumi rip it. Takumi took over without pausing. "Damn, Pudge, I'm not sure I'm quite ready, but like Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy, I've always got the goods to rip shit up. Last night I drank wine, it was like hiccup, hiccup. The colonel's beats are sick like malaria. When I rock the mic, the ladies suffer hysteria. I represent Japan as well as Birmingham. When I was a kid, they called me Yellow Man, but I ain't ashamed of my skin color, and neither are the countless bitches that call me Lover." Alaska jumped in. "Oh shit, did you just diss the feminine gender? I'll pummel your ass, then stick you in a blender. You think I like Tori and honey so I can't rhyme? But I got flow like Ghostbusters got slime. Objectify women and it's fucking on. You'll be dead and gone like ancient Babylon." Takumi picked it up again. 27. I was 8 years old, and my mom and I went to the zoo on a class trip. I liked the bears, she liked the monkeys. Best day ever. End of story. "That's it," the colonel said. "That's the best day of your whole life?" "Yep." "I liked it," Laura said. "I like the monkeys too." "Lame," said the colonel. I didn't think it was lame so much as more of Alaska's intentional vagueness. Another example of her furthering her own distinct chance to talk anymore because of the colonel. So we kissed quietly and laughed softly with our mouths and our eyes. After so much kissing that it almost started to get boring, I whispered,
I was right.
The cold wind
Alaska
against the door, and the trees
died. So
outside the back
we're
window
at-
shook with such force that I could hear it from our room. And I sat in my bed and thought of the colonel out there somewhere. His head
Oh,
down,
we're
his
66%
teeth
of the way
clenched, walking
through.
into the wind.
We're at this part, if that means anything.
4 days
to
after.
anybody.
It was 5 in the morning, and I was reading a biography of the explorer Meriwether Lewis.
I'm making a
and trying to stay awake when the door
some
opened and the colonel walked in.
mushrooms and
His pale hand shook, and the
tuna
almanac
fish.
he held looked like a puppet dancing without strings. Nodded. We were led to a large room with rows of burning chairs. And if you loved her so much, why'd you help her go? I was drunk. What's your excuse?
Good morning. Well, I really need to shower. It is 7:45 in the morning on a Tuesday, and I'm preparing myself to go for a run. These are my running shorts, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put my hair up or not. Can you look at the front of my head? I don't mind this. I don't think I look terrible or anything, but I do need to go and get a retwist. But it's okay, because I'm gonna go out like this. I just need to put on my sunglasses and grab my phone and my keys, and we can go. Okay, and before I get outside, I just want to quickly mention the books that I brought to bed with me last night but I didn't read. Summer has been recommending American Gods by Neil Gaiman for so fucking long, and I didn't buy it because of his recommendation. I bought it because of BookTube, but then I asked him for a book recommendation and he told me this was his favorite book. So I really want to read this because I love him, and I would love to tell him that I love his favorite book as well. That being said, I also brought Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman to bed and didn't open this at all. And then lastly, the book that we're still currently reading, Geoff and Venice, Death in Varanasi. Still haven't cracked this open. I'm like literally right here. I'm like not intrigued by this book at all. I don't want to read it, and I might not. And yeah, that's that. I am back from my run, and oh my god. First of all, let's take this off. And the goal was to do, oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna stretch, so I'm gonna stand here. The goal was to do half a mile, and I did 2.3 miles in 40 minutes. Most of the beginning of the second mile, the beginning of the third mile was walking because it was supposed to be just a cool down. But I was like, I kept pushing myself. Once I got to like the mile mark, I was like, let's see if you can go for 1.5. And then once I got there, I was like, you might as well go for 2. And then once I got there, I was like, well, 3 is just around the corner. And that's usually how it works for me when it comes to running. As soon as the first mile's done, I feel like I can achieve literally anything. And I can. But 40 minutes, 2.3 miles is really good for a start, since I haven't been running like the way that I did today in months. I'm disgustingly sweaty, which I feel like you can't even see because it dried, because it was like nice, comfortably windy outside, but you can kind of see it on my tongue. And I wore these shorts, socks, and my Nike running sneakers. I'm literally dripping. My headphones keep saying battery low. My hair is soaking wet. The back of my neck is disgusting. This is a part of running that I don't really enjoy, the sweating. I hate sweating. But I understand. I'm grateful for it, and I understand that what my body is doing is trying to cool me down. So I'm not like disgusted by it so much as the fact that I just don't want to feel it. I've showered. I'm clean. I need to buy a new one of these because I don't know which side it is, but I've had this bra since I think my junior year of high school, which was 2016 or 2015. And look at this. There's like, it is falling the fuck apart. And I refuse to throw it away because a friend gave this to me as a gift, and I don't want to throw away gifts. But yeah. Anyways, I want to make a list of all the things I need to get done today, which isn't very many. This is my list of things I need to do for work. Gonna be I'm gonna eat, and then maybe I'll remember. Oh, I also just washed my hair. And it feels so good. It was so dirty before. Okay, I'm gonna make myself another coffee. That's disgusting, so we're gonna throw that out. The roots are not looking too bad. I think that white roots are a good sign, unless I'm wrong. But the pest problem was really grossing me out. It looks like what the plant wanted was a bigger pot. But I was not about to get rid of all those bugs, so that's where that's going.
Oh, well, take one up.
Here we have a smoothie bowl made with, the smoothie itself is with a banana, honey, Greek yogurt, and mango. And then we have kiwi, some strawberries, and granola. And this is my summer snack. Closed this up because, oh wow, I'm a dum-dum. I'm not a dum-dum. I'm not gonna talk about myself like that, but I closed it on the page that I was on, and I think it was 38. No, I read a lot more than that. Yeah, I stopped right here, pages before 50, because this is just fucking boring, and I've realized that I think it's a romance book, or some type of romance. But so far there's just this white guy and this white woman, and he's like stunned by her beauty and he clearly wants to fuck her, and she's playing hard to get / she's trying to make it like a cute romantic thing where they meet first in Venice, but she doesn't give him her number, like any of her contact information, because she wants him to meet her by chance. And then it seems like something is going to happen in India, because she is planning on going to India to travel the world. Like, she wants to quit her job and travel the world. And like, this is cool and all, and I'm sure this story will be interesting for somebody someday, but it's really just not giving for me right now. And for some reason, I really just do not enjoy reading about romances like this. Like, the only romance book that I ever enjoyed was like The Fault in Our Stars, because it had a little bit of like sadness to it. And I think, honestly, my problem is that I'm just addicted to sadness. But that's because I grew up sad, so I don't give a fuck. This, I'm not enjoying, and I'm going to give it away. So that's that. That's as far as I got, and I'm not reading anymore. I'm DNFing it, and that's just how. That's how that's gonna go. But that's the point. That is the point of me reading all the things in my library, so I can toss things that are just sitting here that I don't want. And honestly, the reason I took this book was probably because of the cover, because look at it. But I don't like dust jackets, and I wouldn't have kept the dust jacket anyway. So, if I like the book. So we're going to put this on the shelf of books that are going to be donated, and that is that. Moving on. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna start American Gods by Neil Gaiman, because wow, these words are tiny. I can get this on Audible. And then if I like that, then we're gonna start Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, because it's much shorter. And yeah. Okay, so we're having chicken for dinner. This is chicken breast that I'm prepping for the week. This is soy basil chicken prep for tonight. This is our soy basil chicken before we add the soy milk. And okay, all right, we're gonna stir that up. Okay, so this is what it looks like after you add soy milk and some butter. And this I deglazed with soy milk and some butter as well. Basil chicken looks like when it's like half cooked. We're gonna wait for this to. Okay, chicken's done-ish. I'm just making some zucchini over here, and the rice is done. It's over, and I'm having this tea. It is Chinese sunset and chamomile lemongrass with a little bit of honey. And I'm just doing, well, I was doing some book research to find my next read, which I think is going to be this, as well as one of these two. Oh God. I'm extremely nauseous right now. Like I really want to throw up.